I would now like to introduce our student orator, who is going to deliver a speech on behalf of all of those whose achievements we are celebrating here today. So will you please welcome back to the stage, Simran Mardan.
Good afternoon, staff, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. I'm Simi from New Zealand, proudly standing here on behalf of the class of 2025 to say we did it. We made it past those countless deadlines, early mornings, and late nights. And we're standing here today, ready to take on the world. I still remember that first terrifying week of lectures, where everything felt really new and intimidating. I didn't know anyone. I didn't even know where the nearest grocery store was. But through those awkward conversations and long sleepless nights, fueled by sheer hope, I started to find my way. Strangers became friends who became family, for whom I'm forever grateful. You know who you are, and I love you beyond words. There were still nights when the homesickness crept in, when I missed the familiar voices and hugs. But then there were nights walking around the Founders Building, laughing until it hurt. And I realized I wasn't just surviving university, I was building a new version of home here too. My journey to clinical psychology was driven by one person, my older brother Sahil. Diagnosed with autism at a young age, he taught me more about resilience and unconditional understanding than any textbook ever could. When I began my master's degree, I often wondered whether my perspective was scientific enough. I worried that if I spoke about the resilience that I saw in Sahil, it wouldn't really count as real psychology in a formal setting. However, lecture by lecture, that doubt began to shift. There was a moment in my life where I didn't accept him for who he was, when I wished I had a different brother or that he would just be normal. But growing up, I realized that I couldn't have wished for anyone better. He was the one person in my life that judged me no matter what. No matter what I said or did, he never judged me and always loved me the same. He taught me more about the impact and importance of acceptance. He made me wear my heart on my sleeve. Sahil has fought battles I can't begin to comprehend, pushed through labels and stereotypes that would have broken others, but today he is the rock in my life that I look up to. It is because of him that I realized that the theories that we learnt in lectures weren't just academic concepts, they were the echoes of my life that I lived back home. I began to understand that my voice wasn't just allowed in this field, it was essential. I realized that the empathy I learnt from my brother wasn't a weakness that it could be hidden, but the greatest clinical strength that I'd have in my career. Royal Holloway proved that it wasn't about the thousands of miles that we travelled, but about the gap in understanding that we as human beings often create. Sahil showed me that by bridging that gap, to truly see and accept someone else is a choice that we make every single day. To lead with empathy has what has made us all part of the Royal Holloway family. Speaking of family, a massive thank you comes from all of us graduates to our family, friends, and loved ones. You are our pillars of support, the people we could call in the middle of the night, sometimes just a reminder that we're doing okay. You were there and believed in us in the moments when we didn't even believe in ourselves. Our degrees belong to you as much as they belong to us. Along with Sahil, I would like to take this opportunity to give a shout out to my dad for his constant reminders that I am capable of anything I can put my mind into. And of course, I can't forget my doggy Simba, who has no idea about clinical psychology, but always knew how to be the perfect therapist. However, there is one person who I can't forget and must acknowledge individually. My mum, my biggest supporter, the woman who cheers for me the loudest, even from far away. She's actually here today, all the way from Australia and didn't know I was going to be standing in front of you this afternoon. Mum, everything that I am and everything I'll become is because of you. I love you. And above all, I would like to thank God for providing me with the strength I needed when the road felt long and the goal felt far away. Fellow graduates, we graduate to something greater, becoming the people we'd promised ourselves would be. Not just those who seem smart, but the people who are respectful and daring enough to lead change. We all came here with a purpose. Now, let's be the people to close the gaps in understanding, opportunity, and compassion. Today, we leave as one Royal Holloway family, ready to make our voices heard and our impact felt in the world. Thank you.